folks, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Tuesday morning, August 11th. Hope you are having an outstanding day. I know I am, because she's back. We thought it was all over.
I know we thought it was over, but we
thought you left. You were never coming back.
I was sad that I wasn't going to come back, and so I pitched an idea that was more simple.
So she decided she wanted to come back one more time prior to school starting, and this is today we are going to cook. We are going to make life convenient and easy and delicious for all kinds of folks, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, these are great dishes that anybody can whip up really quickly, and maybe even a fun one to teach your kids.
Really?
Yeah, I think the kids would love to learn how to cook these one-pot pastas.
And what age do you think children ought to start cooking?
Bruce, my first cookbook, it is dated 1977.
I know you just had a birthday, so you were like negative 2 years old whenever you got your first
I know.
cookbook.
How can it be? I'm only 29.
How can that be?
I would love to be 39 at this point. I was 5 when I first got my first.
Well, that's cool. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Katie White. Katie's Kitchen today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We are going to cook some pasta and have a big old time. And we stick around. Make sure you watch it. But before we do that, let's tell you what's going on around the area. There are a few things going on today, and as a matter of fact, pretty important things, a couple of them. There are two different blood drives going on this afternoon. Over in Florida, the American Red Cross is having a blood drive at the First United Methodist Church. It goes from 2 o'clock till 6 o'clock today. And also, same story over in Central City, over in Centralia, the Central City Lions Shelter. They have a longer one going from 12 noon until 5 p.m. And what you need to do, folks, you got to make sure you go online, or make a phone call to, I don't have the phone number here, but you can go online to redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org, and by all means, make a donation. The folks, right now, they're probably donations a little bit down because people aren't getting out as much as they used to, so. And they do need you to make an appointment, and masks are necessary when you do make a donation. So make sure you have your mask there handy, ready to go. That is always a good thing. So like I said, that is at 2 o'clock today here in Florida at the First United Methodist Church, at noon on today over in Centralia at the Central City Lions Shelter. That's at 141 North Harrison. What are you doing over there? You're like...
I'm just unwrapping, sorry.
You're getting ready for stuff.
Must have been really loud.
See, now that one was really, it's like you stuck it right next to the microphone. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You just wanted to be back on camera, didn't you?
Well, of course.
Let's tell you what else is going on. The Gospel Lighthouse Helping Hands drive-through food pantry is today as well. Now, this is over in Odin, so please stay in the car whenever you go through here. By the way, it's a 1004 East Poplar there in Odin. It goes from 10 a.m. to noon. Please stay in your car, and they're going to bring you a box of food. Please have your car cleaned out, because apparently they've had some folks with their car too much crap in the way. I mean, I know I occasionally have too much little garbage.
Yes, detritus, garbage. People live in the car practically.
Yeah, that's right.
They really do.
I could tell you months that I've gone with my tuba in my car and my golf clubs. So I mean, it's just these kind of things that happen. But do try to clear out so you can so the volunteers will have room to place your food. Limit 2 families per car due to the amount of food you're receiving. So it's going to be a lot of food. Make sure you keep that in mind. What else is today? Tuesday, August 11th, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I put the wrong picture up there. This is Presidential Joke Day, National Presidential Joke Day, observed annually on August 11th. This day recognizes the humor often found and yet not so appreciated in the highest office of the land. With a nod to blunders, we have some of the president's jokes, most social missteps, some of them awkward, some of them the chief commander-in-chief might not find so funny. However, looking back, sometimes they're downright hilarious, right?
Yeah, I was thinking who was maybe the funniest president that had the best gaffes or the best jokes, but I'd say the best gaffes or missteps. I love George Bush 43 for that.
Yeah.
With the rain poncho. I mean, and he had such a great sense of humor.
The one that probably
he was always willing to laugh at himself, which made him
probably
a great
the
leader.
funniest one on purpose. On purpose, at least lately, would be Reagan. You would think
Reagan was very funny, and I think Obama had some funny jokes.
Obama's
very
quick.
Dry, though.
Obama is very quick on his feet. I flashed up there. This is the first joke that I could find. John Adams. In many years, I've come to a conclusion that 1, useless man is a shame, 2 is a law firm, and 3 or more is a Congress.
That's good. That's
there you
still
go.
a zinger.
That's 220 years ago.
And it's
It
funny.
still fits.
It's funny because it's true.
It's funny because it is true. That's exactly right.
Hashtag it's funny because it's true.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you've all kinds of
That
different
hashtag.
things. What else is, by the way, this is chosen, August 11th is chosen as National Presidential Joke Day because that is the day that Ronald Reagan on August 11th, 1984, during a sound check for his Saturday evening radio broadcast, Reagan joked to my fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you today that I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes. Now, I got to tell you, Katie, I'm not sure the Russians thought that was a joke.
I don't know. I mean, he did have a fairly good rapport with Gorbachev there.
There were a lot of people who didn't think that was
I would
a very
say
funny
many
joke. Anyway.
people in Russia, they don't smile. They actually have a cultural thing about smiling. They say if you go to Russia, Americans, we smile at everybody we see, or I'm quite a smiler.
Smile down the road,
but they say don't smile so much, have a more stoic presence because
Really?
they think that you might be insane. The people that are smiling are idiots that just... So,
Is that right?
you're a happy idiot and you're like, hey, and the Russians are like, that was very funny.
Yeah, I like that.
Very stoic because they think you look crazy. You're just
That makes
smiling for no reason.
I got to tell you, that makes a ton of sense. This is also National Sons and Daughters Day. National Sons and Daughters Day on August 11th brings parents and their children together for some quality time on this day. Be with the joys of your life. The earliest recorded National Sons and Daughters Day, by the way, was from August 11th, 1988. And it was let's see, it was up in British Columbia, in Nanaimo, British Columbia was where that started. Why? I don't know. According to an article, well, apparently something started back in 1944, but who knows? This is also National Raspberry Bomba Day.
Ooh.
National Raspberry Bomba Day. Now, I am, of course, my only cultural reference that I can come up with for a Raspberry Bomba Day is from James Bond in Diamonds Are Forever.
I had no idea they even referenced
Diamonds
such a
Are
thing.
Forever. They at the very end of the movie, they're trying to assassinate James and his lovely date, and they part of the meal is the Raspberry Bomba surprise.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I
they
had
figured
no
it out.
idea. I need to watch that again. Is that a Connery?
That's a Connery. That's Connery's next to last. That was
I
the
think he was the
1970s.
best James Bond. I'm a little biased.
Do you?
As a Scot, part Scot.
Well, you see, now that makes a ton of sense.
Yes.
That you would think that he is the best James Bond. What else is going on, folks? What's on TV? A few things going on television today. The Chicago Cubs are playing at Cleveland tonight. That's on Fox Sports 1. That'll be at 6:10 tonight, Channel 610. 610 on Channel 610. John Lester versus Mike Clevenger. It's a doubleheader in the NBA. The Trailblazers versus the Mavericks starts at 5:30. That'll be followed by the Pelicans versus the Sacramento Kings at 8. That's on TNT, both of those, channel 633. And again, hockey all day long. NHL playoffs, game 1 of the NHL playoffs start today, 2 o'clock. Columbus Blue Jackets versus Tampa Bay. That's followed by Calgary Flames versus Dallas Stars, followed by the Carolina Hurricanes versus Boston Bruins, followed by the Chicago Blackhawks versus the Vegas Golden Knights. You're going to be glued to the TV.
Glued to it because it's 2 sports in one. It's hockey and boxing.
There you go. She's thinking. She is thinking. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after these. It's Katie's Kitchen. We are making pasta. Back in a second.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
I love live television.
I love live television, don't you, Bruce?
I do love live television.
love it, 'cause
Exactly right. As we were
I
trying
feel
to,
like Bridget Jones' Diary.
we were trying to get a head start.
And then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't, and then maybe I should.
Let's get ahead. All right, now tell
not
folks.
even gonna tell them.
All right, we've got folks. What we're doing, folks, is we're making a one-pan pasta, and this is something that actually you're going to make. By the way, welcome back, Katie White.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate you being here. Katie's White, Katie's Kitchen. This is always fun, and
Full of mishaps.
Well, no,
tiny-
that's
it wouldn't be me
what
if it weren't.
happens. No, it wouldn't be anybody if we didn't have the occasional mishap. Tell me about this one pan pasta that we're going to make first.
Well, this isn't my original recipe. I can't claim it. It's a Martha Stewart recipe, and it's kind of went viral and crazy on the internet about 5 years ago because you won't believe how this cooks. Because usually you want to boil the pasta first, right? And, you know, a lot of people, the one pot meals have become really popular because people don't want to wash a bunch of dishes. You know, the less dishes that you have to clean up after a meal, the more family time,
Sure.
the more relaxation.
Sure.
So this is a one pot pasta, but you will be astonished how this works. So, well, let's get started. First of all, you're going to get 12 ounces of linguini.
Okay.
I'm using a nice brand called the Cecco.
Okay.
But whatever your favorite pasta will do. This is a product of Italy. So it's a very good pasta. I recommend it.
And I'm using linguini as opposed to spaghetti. Why?
It can be used, but this is just a little thicker noodle. I'm just doing it because Martha said so.
She'd already,
She's already determined.
but Katie had already broken those in half.
I had broken them in half because, and if you have a wider skillet, she just lays it right in there.
But
So
you don't have a wide
but
enough
I don't
skillet
have a
for it.
wide enough skillet.
Okay.
So it's
See,
about
most
12.
people would think I need to cook my pasta before I throw it in the
Right.
skillet, but that's not true in this
Not
case.
true in this case. So then the next thing we're going to add is 12 ounces of cherry tomatoes. These are
Okay.
the cherry tomatoes on the vine that I really like. I've just cut them in half.
Right.
Okay. So we're going to sort of put them in there, just kind of evenly.
Oh, getting a nice little scald going, aren't we?
Yes. And this dish takes about 11 minutes from start to finish.
Really?
Yes. Then the next thing you're going to need, and I've kept the lid on this in particular because it's an onion. Okay,
And it's
so
a strong onion.
very strong onion. And I've thinly sliced this.
What makes one onion stronger than another?
Sometimes if they're old,
Really?
like if they've been in the store for quite a while, they can get quite ripe.
So you're throwing in a little onion juice.
I did. And I put a little bit of water in this last night just because it was such a strong onion. And I wanted to keep it nice and moist.
Okay.
So I kind of pre-prepped it.
Okay.
She just uses slices. Now, this is going to take quite a bit of garlic. She thinly slices the garlic. I kind of chopped it because I'm going to be using chopped garlic in another dish. So you're going to use about 4 cloves. Okay, so
Really?
yeah, it's a lot of garlic.
There's a lot of garlic. Boy, this is going to smell
Dodie is
great.
not going to be happy with you.
Yeah, that's right. What's new?
Okay, so that's about, kind of, if you're using the chopped garlic, there's I think it's 1/2 teaspoon for a clove.
See, now somebody right now would be sitting there watching this thinking, you're just burning that linguini pasta. What is
know.
going on?
I know, right? Okay, so then we're going to put some fresh basil. And I have basil growing, so I'm just going to take some leaves
So this is out of the Katie White garden.
out of the Katie White garden, along with
Nice.
my flowers and the chicken pitcher.
Well, how about that?
The Italians love the chicken pitchers.
Did you,
and go to
ladies
Italy,
and gentlemen, did you see the chicken
Chicken
pitcher? Yes, you
Chicken
got to say
pitcher.
that very carefully.
Very carefully. And we're going to just throw some basil leaves in there. You can also use the basil that's chopped up in a tube if
Okay.
you don't have time for
Okay.
that. Going to use quite a bit of salt, about 2 teaspoons.
All right,
And I'm using just kosher salt.
just regular salt.
Yep. Okay. And then we're going to pour 4 cups of water over
So
this.
You've got some hot water ready to
Right,
go.
and I've got it hot because, well, for the magic of television, we need it to go a little more quickly.
Sure.
Okay.
And this is going to basically saute down, right?
Yes. Now I'm going to add some black pepper and some red pepper, and it's going to take about 1/2 teaspoon of
Will we
basil
cover
flakes. We will cover this and bring it to a boil.
Really?
So I've got it cranked up. I've had the heat on for quite a while. And then just some cracked pepper. And
So-
it's going to cook. Now,
What you're saying, though, Martha would have put cold water on there.
she would have put cold water. That's what she did. She
Okay.
just was like, hey, this doesn't take much time.
Do you need a different spoon?
Oh, I'll just use that. Okay.
I've got different spoons.
I've got 2 ends to this. And I'm also going to add something that she doesn't add, but I love this, and it's Knorr bullion.
Knorr bullion, like so,
In the
like
powder. It comes in a
like
powder.
Indian.
Indian. It's not curry.
Curry. Okay.
It's
like,
not curry. No, it's bouillon. It's chicken bouillon.
Oh, okay.
Because it kind of gives more flavor.
I was thinking.
just think,
I was thinking Queen Knorr of Jordan, but that's
Queen Knorr, N-O-O-R.
But that's wrong.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of, we're going to be stirring this constantly.
You're gonna work that going.
Yep. I'm going to just kind of work it in. And then I'm going to put the lid on it and let it come to a boil.
Tell you what, let's do. Is this a time?
We can take a break if you like, or I can
tell you
show
what,
some
let's
tricks.
do. Huh?
Or I can show some knife tricks. Either way. We'll take a break.
We'll take a break, then we'll do knife tricks when we come back because that's going to cook for like 10 minutes.
Yep.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Katie White. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Do stick around.
I'm a punch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drinkpool.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive hit track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, an express lane, and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie White is here. We are enjoying Katie's kitchen today, and we are making one-pan pasta. And you say that this is healthful and healthy.
It's pretty healthy. Some people, overdo it on pasta, tend to overdo it on the servings. And the
we're gonna overdo it on the next one, right?
We are. We're gonna overdo it on the next one.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I haven't brought any whipping cream this time. I
Oh, well,
did bring
that's good.
butter.
Well,
And I've got garlic bread.
Well, that's fine.
It's very,
We'll figure out something to do with that garlic bread. But while that thing simmers,
right?
We want to. Oh, that is looking good. By the
good?
way, you forgot we had one other ingredient,
I had to add
right?
the olive oil. Forgot about that.
We forgot to add the olive oil the first time. All right, 2 tablespoons. And you see the pasta itself in there is starting to get a little wiggly.
Get back in there, piggly wiggly.
There we go. All right.
So anyway, while this is simmering, I've done these knife tricks before on previous episodes, but maybe they didn't catch them. So
sure.
How did I? People say, "Oh, I don't want to spend so much time." Let me get my knife there.
I want to see the knife trick with the onions.
Okay, so like this takes forever.
Right.
And they're like, I don't want to do that. What a drag.
One at a time.
One at a time. But if you have little children and you want to cut things like their grapes or tomatoes or these little grape tomatoes, there's a trick you can do.
Pull that thing out of the way.
So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Can you guys see this?
Yep, there we can see that.
So I've got kind of a handful of tomatoes, and I take a plate. Actually, this one's a little bit too big. They kind of need to be sort of uniform and round, not perfect, but you get them under the plate, and you take your knife, and you get under there. I actually use my hand. Maybe we'll use this side of it. And you just kind of get your knife, and you start filling a tomato, and you just start cutting.
You got to be very careful with the knife not to cut yourself.
And didn't work this time.
Did you cut over the top?
I cut over the top because I had that one just angry tomato. There we go.
Watch your hand.
And you got to watch your hand. But usually if you get it between 2 plates, there you go. You get little halves.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
perfect. Love it.
Okay. So we'll just put those over there because we don't need them right now.
We're saving those for later.
We'll just eat them.
Oh, we are.
We can just eat them.
Ah, okay.
Because they were just for
right.
demonstration. Okay, so the onion trick. Okay, I'm bracing myself because I always cry.
This is a bad onion?
This is I'm very sensitive to onion.
Really?
The smell of onion. I'm just very, I love the taste of it.
Right.
So I'm going to cut this end off, and I've taken some of the paper off of it, but you're going to cut through the end, okay?
Through the other end. All right, now this is not like how I would do it.
Okay, so onion is a little bit old because you see there's a little bit of brown there.
Okay.
Okay, so that onion might be a little bit old, but it's still usable. You can always discard that. So I'm going to, leaving that end on, I'm going to peel back another layer
of
an onion.
So peeling back more layers even after we've already cut it.
Yeah, because we don't want the paper. There's still a little bit of that residual membrane and paper skin, and it's really not very tasty.
Okay.
So we'll just peel it off, but we want to leave that end on, and the reason is, you're going to see here in a minute. This recipe calls for thinly sliced onion. So we want to go with our knife almost all the way to the end, but without severing to the end. Okay, so I'm watching my hands very closely, and I'm kind of cutting, I'm using the ridges of the onion as the guide. So when it says thinly sliced onion, this is how you want to do. You don't want to cut both ends off. You want to leave one end on, so you can kind of use that to hold it together.
How do I get to be as cool as those people on Top Chef when they're
my gosh,
when they're cutting their onions? I mean, those people cutting their onions, they just like.
And I can do that, but I'm not going to.
Well, I appreciate you not.
It kind of looks like an accordion, sort of.
Okay.
And then we just cut off the end, and then we have our thin slices.
Oh, very simple and beautiful. Cut the end off you go. Nice.
Nice. Now we're also going to use, to finish this recipe and the other ones, some fresh parsley.
Okay.
Now you can invest in some herb scissors that they have 4 blades.
Okay.
And you can give it just a little haircut like that. Okay, you can do that. Or if you don't have those, what can I do? Well, I can take my parsley, and I love the taste of fresh parsley. It's so cheap, and it really makes a difference in your recipes. So I'm going to kind of break off some of the ends.
Break off the stem.
A little bit of the stem. You can use a little bit of the stem. I'm going to roll this up like a little cigar, tightly. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just going to do what they call a chiffonade. Okay. Always watching your thumb.
A chiffonade.
It's called a chiffonade. And there you go.
From the French.
From the French. Yeah, from the
Yeah, look at what we got going here.
Okay, so you won't believe this, but this water is going to we're just going to keep stirring it, and this water is going to disappear. And we want our pasta al dente. So, okay. Bruce, I'm sure you know what al dente
crispy
means. Not crispy.
Fresh. Outside.
To the teeth. It means in Latin dente.
Oh, okay.
Teeth. So you want it kind of, like not overcooked, not gummy, but you know what? How would you describe it?
Well, you throw it and it hits the ceiling and stays there.
Right. Well, this is not al dente yet. So we have a little bit of time, of course, but it's boiling, so we're just going to let that boil. Now, we are going to add, what's the protein in this dish? You're saying, well,
I'm going to say this is a vegetarian type of dish.
It is a vegetarian type of dish. It can be a vegetarian dish if you don't add meat to it. And we are actually going to use cheese in it, though, however.
Nice.
So there's different kinds of cheeses that you can use. Of course, mozzarella being a very soft cheese. If you want it like gooey, you can always add mozzarella if you like. But this dish actually calls for shredded parm or grated parm. Now, Martha, she's not going to take a shortcut.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you. She'll have a big wheel, and it'll be, same with the barefoot contestant.
Sure.
Not any shortcuts. So you can always use the shredded parm. But I agree with them that the flavor of the cheese is going to be a lot better if you don't buy it already pre-shredded. But, a lot of people just don't have time. So Parmesan cheese is a hard cheese. Mm-hmm. Okay, and if you can't find parm, which yesterday I was looking in the grocery store. No, not yesterday. Saturday. I was in the grocery store, and they were out of parm. I don't know what.
Out of the little green cylinders. Oh, right. Really?
So I've brought another type of cheese, which is Asiago cheese. So if you don't have Parmesan, what can you substitute? Well, another hard cheese, like Pecorino Romano is another type of Italian hard cheese. Okay, and it is a cow's milk cheese. Parmesan comes from a region in Italy called Parma.
Okay.
So it's kind of named after that. Asiago is another type of cheese. It's a little bit softer, but it has a nice nutty flavor.
Really?
Another substitute would be a Spanish cheese called Manchego, which I've brought to you before with quince paste.
Yeah.
It's more mild. Now, Asiago to me is more mild than Parm. You can mix the two. You can buy the kind of shreds that's Pecorino Romano, like the hard cheese blends. You can always do that, but I like to shred my own. And so I've invested in one of these little deals.
What is that?
This is going to blow your mind.
I was going to say, that looks like I thought it was like a great big garlic press.
It looks like a great big garlic press, but it's not. So what we need is about a 1/4 cup of cheese.
Wait a minute, that's a grater? Mm-hmm. It's a cheese grater? Mm-hmm. See, now I have all my life used the grater, the hand grater that you cut your hands on half the time.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. That's exactly right.
So we're going to just use our little grater, and it's worth it if you use the hard cheeses. It just makes it so much easier. So let me show you how this works.
Oh, wow. There you go.
And you can do that right over they have them in restaurants a lot.
See, now the plan was to do this with Parmesan, but we didn't. You couldn't find the
We're going to use Asiago this time.
Okay.
And I might throw a little bit of Parm. It should be, Parmesan's a little bit more salty, so is Pecorino Romano. Uh-huh. It's more of a salty cheese. This one's a little bit softer, as you can see.
Right.
But I've also had it out at room temperature.
Yeah.
While we've been prepping. So I'm going to be using Asiago in both of these dishes. And I think if you buy the really fancy ones, like from Williams-Sonoma, you can buy different blades.
Oh, really?
That you can change out. So have you seen the Parmesan that comes in flakes?
Yes.
So it can actually have that flake quality.
Wow.
So I'm just going to keep doing this with this cheese. And we're going to use about a 1/4 cup. But I like a generous serving of cheese. I just think it's great, so no pun intended. Think of man's joke. Think of man's joke. It's not a presidential joke, but it's a joke nonetheless. A pun.
There you go.
Okay, so our pasta is boiling nicely.
Oh, wow, that looks great.
Okay, and you can divide this. I mean, this will serve 2 very hungry people.
Oh, well, it says in the recipe it serves 4.
It can go to 4 if it's more as a side.
Right.
If you're doing like a steak or something like that. So this water is like cooking things down. And I'm going to do a little test for my pasta.
How are we testing the pasta? You're not throwing it up against the ceiling like I
I'm
would
not.
have.
I'm just going to eat it.
Well, you see, now that's a different kind of test.
It's not ready yet, Bruce.
Really?
It's not ready
Do we,
yet.
do we need to take one more break?
One more break and it'll be ready.
We'll do that. We'll be right back as we are going to complete the Martha Stewart one-pan pasta and then get going on the other one. Back right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to Zinc Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zinc Building Center on Route 45 and Louisville. It's a cool place.
Oh, it looks outstanding. Oh, my heavens. Look what she's doing over there. You guys probably can't even see. See, we got to move that over here. Scoot that over here to the camera side so it's not in the camera yet.
I got to get the rest of my tomatoes off of there.
See, I went ahead and grabbed one of those tomatoes, Katie, and yeah, it was hot.
It was hot.
It was a hot tomato.
Hot tomato.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
oh,
so
my heavens.
Here we are. Bruce, how do you eat pasta? Do you need a spoon?
I don't typically use a spoon.
With which to twirl?
I do not use you typically.
You're not a
especially
twirler.
since you've broken the spaghetti. I should be okay.
Okay, so then we're going to add just a little bit more cracked pepper.
Cracked pepper, and we got all that cheese cut too. So
We have I cut the cheese.
Oh!
Here we go.
See, that's not nearly as intelligent a person's joke. Like
lowbrow.
Yeah, that was lowbrow.
Very low.
That
toilet
looks
humor.
great.
So it actually, it really is a nice dish.
Wow.
And it can serve, I would say, 2 to 4 people, 2 very, very hungry people. And the idea of a one pot is that it's a complete meal. And you say, but there's no meat in this?
Yeah.
You could certainly add meat, just for good measure.
Yeah, throw a little Parmesan on the
Even though I think the Asiago is a little bit
Well, what would you throw, if you were going to want to add a little meat to that, what would you...
I think chicken would be great. Italian sausage would be great, almost like an Italian kielbasa type sausage, and when you make sausage and peppers. So, Bruce, shall I serve you a little?
I have been waiting patiently. I can't wait.
You are very patient.
Well, I try. Look at that.
I really hope it's to snuff here.
Oh, it's going to be outstanding. I can't wait.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
I am looking forward to it.
I really hope it turned out well. And did I give you a fork?
Yeah, I got a fork. Oh, here we go.
So I'm going to switch gears.
You switch gears over there, and I will. I'll show everybody what this looks like. Oh heavens! Okay, so folks, you're thinking that just looks like some kind of pasta mess or something? No, that's going to be outstanding.
Let's pasta bowl.
Let's see what I can do here. How much damage that I can. Hey, see, now that's the thing with pasta, you have to worry about getting it on your lap or something, right?
Right, and that's why I'm a twirler.
Some of us have bigger laps than others.
This is true. That's true. I mean, my lap has certainly expanded over the years.
Oh yeah, that'll work. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
And actually, you know what I forgot also again? I can't believe I didn't do this. It's just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, just.
You can't go wrong with more olive oil.
And this is a nice one to freeze if you've got leftovers and you like to do meal prep. It's a nice one to make again in the microwave the next day. So we're going to go on to the next one, and this one I've actually done a little bit more prep work.
Yay!
Thank you. So I don't know what I've done to my mic.
What are we doing next?
We're going to do the next recipe, and it is a one-pot lemon garlic shrimp pasta. And I got this off of the interwebs on a website called Tasty.
Okay.
And they do a lot of cooking tutorials.
Right.
And I really like the way that they demonstrate things. And they're 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, it goes really fast, so you have to pay attention. So in this one, I've prepped ahead of time. And it's a one pot, because I can boil the pasta in this pot,
right,
and make it al dente, but I've already done it for the magic of TV.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to throw that in there, and that pasta might actually be a little bit more gummy than that pasta. So it's about 8 ounces, okay, of cooked linguini. You can use angel hair, you can use spaghetti, whatever you like. We're going to use a couple of
By the way, I just took a big bite of garlic bread, so...
So how was that?
That's what you're hearing, ladies and gentlemen.
Crunch,
crunch.
Well,
Sorry about that.
I can't serve in pasta without bread.
Oh, it's so good.
It would just be, sacrilege.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of tablespoons of your nice olive oil, of course.
Do you have a particular olive oil you like more than others?
I tend to buy Spanish olive oils because I think, I'm definitely a big fan, but a nice Italian olive oil. I like Bertolli.
Okay.
I like this one is a Zoe extra virgin olive oil. It's kind of special.
Okay.
It's from Spain. But there's different kinds. I would just use a light colored olive oil. If you use more of a green one, that means it indicates it's a different type of olive, like a Vetriano, and it's more acidic.
Okay.
So there's different kinds of olive oil. Now we're also going to be adding butter to this.
So we've already got the pasta in there.
Already got the pasta in there. It's already cooked.
It's already a hot plate because I can see it steaming there a little bit.
And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter with our 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, really? Yeah. Why? Why are we doubling up?
Why? Because I can. And I'm going to be using shrimp in this dish. Why does a dog, I don't know. I'm not going to go there. It's National Joke Day, but that would be another toilet humor joke.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to throw that butter in there because we're using shrimp. And I think shrimp and butter just butter's better.
They go together.
Okay, so again, we're going to use our 4 cloves of chopped garlic. I've already prepped it. You can certainly buy the kind in the jar. I prefer not to because sometimes it's a little bit, I don't know.
It's pickled.
Pickled, sort of, yeah. And I
It
kind of
pickles.
I like the freshness. Okay, so there goes that. Again, Dodie is going to kill me. I'm again using my magical Knorr chicken broth powder.
You know, she probably won't mind that much.
I might use a little bit more than that. It just gives so much flavor. That's what I
Now, again, what is the Knorr powder?
Knorr is just bouillon. It's just chicken bouillon, and
Okay.
it's in a powder rather than a cube.
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to use a lot more red pepper flakes. So we're going to use a whole teaspoon of the red pepper flakes.
Really?
Okay. Yes, and we're going to saute all this yumminess together. Okay.
Now,
To get the garlic kind of translucent.
this is one
and
you. This
fragrant.
is one that's different from the other one. You would have cooked the pasta
This
first.
one has the cooked pasta. You boil it just like you would according to the package instructions. And then you return it to the pot with your 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I've thrown the garlic and the red pepper in there to saute and, kind of get that garlic a little bit more translucent.
Right.
Okay, so that's what's happening there. Then we're going to use some raw shrimp, which I have bought and deveined and
What kind of
shelled.
what kind of shrimp are you going with here? What size?
These are a
typically?
medium, so you just want 1 1/4 pounds of whatever kind of shrimp you're using.
Right.
You can use large, you can use small, but you want about 1 1/4
Okay.
pounds. So I'm going to throw those.
And those are raw.
These are washed, deveined, and shelled. of
Right.
course. Some people like to leave the shells on. I'm not a fan of that. So
They
Now-
think they leave at least maybe a little bit at the end from time to time, and
sometimes they do for appearances
Right.
because sometimes it looks pretty, but like I said, I'm just kind of not a fan. A little bit more salt to your taste. I mean, I tend to maybe overdo it a little bit.
we're going
with
to take
salt.
you need to take another minute to let this all fuse.
Sure, if I have one more break.
You got one more break.
Okay,
You want to take it now?
sure.
All right, that's all we'll do. Folks, you are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. This is going to be great. This is the shrimp pasta meal. Oh, it looks wonderful. It smells great. And Katie's Kitchen is outstanding. And we will be back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with more from Katie's Kitchen after this word. Please do stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Are you tired of searching high and low in those big chain stores to find what you need and deserve some royal treatment? Come to the King, Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard to find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King, Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We are cooking with gas right now. As Katie White here, Katie's Kitchen. We are having. She is shooting along on these shrimp, and these are going to be so good. I can't wait.
Really good.
Oh, look at the shrimp.
How do we know when shrimp are good, Bruce?
How do you know when shrimp are good?
Well, when
pink?
Using raw, they turn pink. Yes. So you don't want to overdo them because then they become rather rubbery. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to keep cooking here. I'm going to add a teaspoon of dried oregano or your favorite Italian seasoning.
Okay.
I've chosen just a general Italian seasoning.
It's regular oregano.
By Penzeys Spices, my favorite.
Okay.
Now we're going to add this little bit more nutritious.
Oh, I love it.
Baby spinach.
Healthy.
We're going to add about 4 cups.
You know, the thing is, folks think you're just throwing a lot in, but that baby spinach just cooks to nothing, doesn't it?
It'll cook to nothing. So I'm actually going to add the whole darn package, which is maybe a little bit more than 4 cups, but it's pretty loose, you know. But when you start kind of stirring it around, it just cooks to nothing.
Yeah,
in no
spinach
time.
goes to
only takes like
0.
2-3 minutes. So guys, don't overdo it. Now, while I'm doing that, now the lemony part. This is a lemon garlic pasta, as promised. So I'm actually going to use about a tablespoon of juice, which is about half a lemon, the juice from about half a lemon. So I brought all my fun tricks and tips today. This is just a juicer.
Yum.
I love the flavor of lemon and shrimp. They just go together.
On shrimp and on spinach, it's got to be outstanding.
It's outstanding. Yeah. Now, we also, the flavor though, Bruce, really from lemon is actually the rind. So I brought this little cool grater. It looks like you could use this on your feet.
Yeah.
For, you know, when you go get a pedicure, and they probably have a very similar tool. But this is a zester. And actually all the fragrant oil of the citrus is in the rind. And you don't want to get too much of the pith.
Yeah.
It's called the pith. So that sounds bad, but you don't want the white part. It's bitter. So just kind of I'm putting a little zest in there because I really like the flavor of that. And so hold on your hats. The last bit of butter.
Oh,
6 tablespoons. So you're using a whole thing of butter. I didn't use cream this time, but you know, I love my dairy. What can I say? So this is all going to cook down beautifully. And while it's working, I'm going to put a lid on that as soon as I can find my lid that I had.
Over there.
And I'm going to grate some more cheese. And what did you think of the one-pot pasta? We didn't have quite as much time as I would have liked. But Bruce says it's a little peppery, so
it was good. I'm not going to sit here. I mean, look at this plate; it's gone.
It's gone.
So I mean, what am I going to say?
Eater, though.
Yeah, what am I going to say? Oh, it's terrible, Katie. It was just awful.
You're going to tell me it's good anyway. You don't want to. It's your credibility on the line too, but I really like that recipe a lot.
That's good.
So I hope the viewers enjoy
Oh,
it.
I hope they do too, and you'll find all these recipes on the YouTube page.
Right.
And so just take a look there and do them all up because they're very, very good.
They're so easy too.
So now what are we doing here? We're
I'm just going
sauteing
to
still.
chiffonade a little bit more herbs. I'm just kind of letting this steam and cook down for the spinach.
Okay.
The shrimp is cooked. The pasta's already been cooked. This is so easy. This recipe here, less than 8 minutes there after we have our pastas cooked. And some people have those neat stoves where they have a pasta water dispenser on it and it boils pasta in 1 minute.
Those
or
are
something.
fancy.
That is so fancy, and anyone can feel free to send one to my house. Sean Rush, if you're listening, I would so plug you if you know, like Rush Appliance.
There you go.
They could
There you
send
go.
me one. And I could just try it out, or, borrow it.
They might have it at
and maybe not give it back. So I'm going to put my herbs in there. I'm going to stir some more butter here. And you can see, Bruce.
And we have some more cheese that we're going to add at
And
the
we're
end.
going to add cheese again. Holy cannoli. I want you to smell this, though, okay? The smell test. Careful. Careful. Don't burn.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's see.
So it's really coming along nicely, and it just took no time at all.
Let's
Just
see if I
like
can-
zero.
Try to.
Very little.
There she
Okay.
goes.
So I'm going to put it back on there and give that a stir. And I'm going to put my cheese on there. This butter's almost all gone now. The spinach has, again, I use that whole container of spinach and it's cooked down
It's
to
gone.
it's like nothing. So I use some fresh herbs. And I told Bruce during the break, Martha Stewart, she's a little bit chintzy with the cheese.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. I just think a world without cheese is too terrible.
She can
to
afford it.
contemplate.
Maybe when she
can
was in
afford
prison, she
it.
wasn't able to get good cheese.
Probably that government cheese.
Government cheese when she was in
probably
prison.
had the
yeah.
best cheese toast on the cell block.
She probably did.
I like Martha.
Everybody went to Martha's
I
to
still love her. I
get
do.
good cheese.
Like almost all my tools here that I use in the kitchen are Martha Stewart.
Well, that's really cool.
So here we go. Uh-oh. That big piece just kind of fell in there.
Well, that's not that
okay.
big.
That's okay.
See, that way, that makes you feel, that makes everybody realize that it was not processed.
Life's, yes, and life's too short to eat bad cheese or not enough cheese. Like I said, I went on a diet and I lost quite a bit of weight, but I had to give up cheese and dairy and gluten. And it was like the worst 16 minutes.
All right, let's do a taste here before we run out
I
of
hope
clock.
so.
We got about 30 seconds.
Running out of the clock.
Oh.
And I made it again.
So good. So good.
So glad you like it.
Katie White. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie's Kitchen. Give her a big round of applause.
Thanks everybody for watching. Hope I can come back soon.
Hope you enjoy. Thank you so much, Katie.
No problem,
and you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Katie. I'm Bruce. We'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. I can't remember who I have because I'm just blown away by the food. I'm blown away. Thanks, Katie. We'll see y'all real soon. Have a great day, folks.
Thanks again.